Hey everyone, and welcome to this video and setting up a basic Gravity Forms form on your website and creating the notifications that will be sent out to the user, and also creating the confirmation message once they submit the form. So first thing that we want to do is just go to your forms section on your website and add a new form. You might already have forms on your site, and they will all show up here, which I will show you in a minute once I create the form. So we're just going to create a new form. Let's go ahead and just create a blank form. Let's do contact form. You can add a description if you would like, but I'm going to leave mine blank. And you should see this page right here. So let's go ahead and create the contact form that will capture a user's name, email, phone number. We'll ask what they need help with, and then maybe a little text box for a comment section, right? So name, we can either do a single line text or there's the advanced field for name, which will give you first and last name and give you, again, the capability of uh, using prefix, middle name, suffix, all that information, which I'm just going to leave as just first and last name, and I'm going to make it required. So perfect. Next, let's go ahead and capture their email address, which I'm just going to leave as this. And then the next field is their phone number, so I can contact them. I'm going to make email required, but I'll leave phone number not being required in case they don't want to get calls. Let's do a radio button. And this is going to be, what do you need help with? And the choices will be, we'll just do it for our web team. So web training, uh, web design, or accessibility training, right? We have three options. They can only choose one, and we'll use conditional logic to change that around. So we have that there. We're going to select the field again. We'll make it required. And let's see, web training, web design, accessibility training. Let's create a field, three fields here that will change depending on what the user selects. So web training, let's go ahead and add a URL, so a website. And this is going to be what website would you like training on? And this field will only show up when web training is selected. So in order to do that, we have to select this field right here, and then go down here where it says conditional logic. Make sure it's enabled. And now what we want to do is say that show this field when what do you need help with is web training. So I'm going to do that. Save the form. Saving it. Let's give it a second. All right. So let's go ahead and preview the form. So again, we have first name, last name, email, phone number, and then what do you need help with? When web training is selected, this field shows up. But when all the other ones are selected, nothing shows up because we haven't set that up yet. So perfect. So this is working the way that we wanted to so far. So let's go back to the form and web design. So let's do a field Actually, let's go ahead and do a section. And what we're going to do is this section is only going to show up when web design is selected. So this is going to have multiple fields, right? So section, instead of calling it section break, let's call it web design questions. And again, with conditional logic, we're going to select that, enable, and we want to show this only when what do you need help with is web design. So now let's do a single field, and we'll do name of website or department. We'll make that required. Uh, we can do a radio button, and we'll remove this. This will be a yes. This will be a no. And the question will be, do you have a current website? And then let's just do a paragraph text here, and we'll do uh, please provide information about your product. All right. So let's make this required also. That way they enter information about it. And we don't have to do conditional logic for these items here because they are under this section. So we're going to save the form. Let's go ahead and refresh. So web training, this shows up. Web design, here's those web design questions. And accessibility training, nothing shows up, which is what I'm going to leave it as. So this form, right now, this example form is completed. Saving it just one more time. Now, there's two things that we need to do. We can do confirmation. So what shows up when the form is submitted on the website, and then notifications. So let's go first to confirmations. You have your default confirmation, and it says, thank you for contacting us. We will get in touch with you shortly. So we can change this up a bit if we want to. So we can say, hello, and then click on this little symbol here, which will allow you to use values that were entered in the submission form. So hello, first name, last name. We have received your request. We will be in contact with you shortly. Thank you, Connors Book Team. So something simple. You can add more things if you want from the fields that were selected. Um, here's everything that was there. You can do all submitted fields as well, and do something like this. Below is your submission, and then just do all submitted fields, and then I'll show you that whenever we submit the form. So again, this is what's going to show up on the website whenever someone submits the form. There's also options here of sending them to a page, or same thing, redirecting them to a specific URL. But usually we just want to use this as a confirmation for the contact form, because all we're doing is sending an email in order to be in contact with a specific user. So that's our confirmation. Let's go ahead and go to notification. Let me save that again. Notification. So we have admin notification, which is what the admin of the website will receive. So we can edit this a little bit. So by default, it's going to be sent to the admin email. You can add different emails here as well. So if you want, let's say Connor's web team at wcu.edu, or there's other emails here that you want to add, you can do that as well, just by separating it with a comma. The from name is who it's being sent from. So this is coming from our website. So we can just do Connor's communications or Connor's web team, Connor's web support. If you're on a county site, you can do your county name, and then something like Connors or anything else that you want to add. Connors, WSU. This is going to be what shows up as the name that it's coming from. So let's leave it at Connors Communication. The from email, so who it's coming from, we want to leave that as admin email because changing it can sometimes cause issues with an email going out. When the admin receives the email, who do we want to reply to? So since the form will be submitted by different people, we want that email address to be dynamically changed depending on what the form submission was, right? So again, clicking on this little symbol here on the right, go ahead and click on email. And what this is doing is whatever the email that was submitted in the form is going to be your reply to email. If you want a blind copy sent, you can do it here. And then your subject, a new submission from the form title. The form title is just contact form. So sometimes is best practice to maybe add like the website name to your subject. So new submission from form title on Connor's communication. And then in your message for your email, you're going to receive all of the fields that were submitted. And you can always change that as well here, add more text if you would like. But it's usually admins just receive all the information and then that way they can contact the user that submitted it. So this is a basic notification that will be sent to the admin of the website every time a submission is submitted. But what if we wanted to change it depending on what a user needs help with? Well, that's going to be here under configure routing. And we're going to say that let's send it to me if what you need help with is equal to let's do web design. Let's send it to Connor's web team if what you need help with is equal to web training. And we'll do the same for this one. So you can select the email address this is going to be sent to depending on what the user selects on the form. All right. So that is your notification. This is your confirmation that we talked about. And this is what the form looks like, but this is just a preview. As you can see, it doesn't show it actually on the website. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and add it to a page. So I'm going to go to pages, gravity forms. And here's our Gutenberg block. And I'm just going to find the gravity forms block, which looks like this. Find the form that you want to add. In this case is contact form. And there you can see our contact form is added. Here on the right, you can control what you want to show. So if you want to hide the form title so that doesn't show up and hide the description, you can. And then some other settings here for gravity forms, which we'll just leave as default. That way it just takes over the theme styles. So let's go ahead and click on update, view the page, and there you can see the form we created on our website. So let's go ahead and submit it. So my name, email address, my phone number. Let's do, what do I need help with? Web training or web design or accessibility. So you see how those fields show up depending on what's selected. So let's just do web training. What website do I need help with? We'll go ahead and type in our website address there, and then we click submit. When we click submit, you'll see that hello, Efren Vasquez. We have received your request. And then here is your submission, which shows everything I typed in. And then thank you, Connor's web team. So that confirmation, again, is what we selected and created in our contact form under confirmation. So this right here is what you see right here. So that is what we need to do to just set up a basic contact form on our website. You can always add more fields, of course, and different sections depending on how uh, advanced you want your form to be. But if you have any questions on this video or any other items that we've gone over, please feel free to contact us through our website contact form. Thank you.